first, so I can highlight it real quick and put it up for everybody to see. But this is going to be the build. It's a 3-level scoring board hunter. Now, if you run this build via um, via the builder, it's going to come out as a versatile enforcer. So what I did to counter it, literally just because I wanted the 3-level scoring board hunter, I just think that's a fantastic name. Like, I think that bitch just looks fucking nasty. Like, I see 3-level scoring board hunter. I'm like, wait a second, he's a 3-level scoring and he board hunts? Like, the fuck? So that's why I did that. But I got my first +5 in the defensive rebounding to get it to 99 from 94. My strength's at 88. I got it up to 90 with the 2+. Now 90 is going to be the cap for the strength on this. I can't get it to 91 without making them a little bit heavier. I wanted to try to do so just to get the next pick badge, but the problem is you do anything with the wingspan or the weight, then the agility drops below 60. And I didn't want to sacrifice that because I feel like if I'm going 240, I'm going 5 pounds lighter with the wingspan up, then I want to have all the speed and agility I can. Like, I feel like that's just, otherwise, like, why do it? Like, I can just go 245 and, just have the extras. Block's only at 80, but I use Intimidator. If anybody's playing on the center and they're not using Intimidator, I'm sorry for you. It is possibly the most broken fucking mechanic in this game because it increases your strength, your block, and your interior defense. Like, literally the 3 things the center needs, it increases. So if anybody's running like an 88 or higher interior defense, guess what? You don't need to. Just let fucking Intimidator carry you. If you got like an 88 block, all the badges and stuff, that's nice, that's good, hopefully you're having fun. But block's so weird on this. I've had some of the nastiest blocks that I've clipped and I've put on my YouTube, I've put on the TikTok I created very recently. And I've done that with an 80. Like, it's makes no sense, but it's the way I see the game as a center. I see the block being at 80 as the perfect margin. And if you want to, you can always +1 a secondary or primary badge and get it up if you wanted to do that. But with the speed, I don't see needing it. Now, if you make a heavier build, I could see needing to be up on the block because that might get you like actually moving towards them and get your speed that way. But at 240 with the 60 agility and the 70 speed, like, I just feel like my character's fast enough. Plus, I was able to throw 65 perimeter on him because he's lighter. That he just gets there. Like, he just fucking gets there. Like, I can play off ball, and if they get to the paint, like, I can even, like, stay away from the person in the paint to bait the pass in. So once I see the pass going, I can just run up and block the shit out of them. I'm averaging probably somewhere around 2 or 3 blocks a game, which is the same I was averaging when I had 85, 88 block. So that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Everybody do you if you want to go higher, but I just think it's too costly. Now, the reason I went 94 and 85 here was only because the offensive rebounding cannot be maxed at 99. The max for the offensive rebounding for this build at this weight and this wingspan comes out to like 96, I think. It's like 96, 97, somewhere in there. And I wanted the Legend Rebound Chaser. I wanted to have that. I didn't want to have to +1 it because I'm going to +1 the box out. So I'll +1 the box out to Legend, and then I'll have the Legend Rebound Chaser, and that'll make him like an actual fucking board hunter. Like, he'll be absolutely broken. The 85, I settled on for the boost. So when I get the boost, I'll have the 90 animations on the I'll have the 90 animations on the offensive board. But the one thing I also have that other people won't have that's on 96, maybe they hear 96 and I'm not, getting like 90 animations. Well, you're also not going to have both Legend Rebound Chaser and Legend Box Out. You're only going to be able to +1 one of them. So if you don't commit to a 99 defensive rebounding, or you don't commit to having enough 96 with, or like a 98 or whatever, with the strength, then you're not going to have one of those legends. So like you can counter for one, but you can't counter for both. And that's the issue a lot of people run into with these board heavy rebounders, is like they can't counter both. They can only counter one. Well, I am both, and I can counter both, and I still have all of this available to me. Now the 82 passing is just bare minimum. That's the bare minimum you need. 50 and 55 on the speed with ball and ball handling. That's just kind of min. That's just where I wanted it, so he can dribble some. You know, for a center, like that's where you're at. Like I see people going on 40 because that's where you get the animations. You know, either way, don't really matter as long as you can at least hit 40, so you're not like randomly chucking the ball out of bounds the second you get bounced or walled up. You're fine. The perimeter, usually you want it at 62, I think, because for the defense, I'll put it up to 65 again. I have the funds available. It's it wasn't going to help me to put it anywhere else, so I'll put it there to better my defense. 75 free throw again, like min. Like you really should be having like 70, 75 free throw min. I'd probably say more 75, but I've seen people get away with 70. And I got the post up to 90. So the post will be what I try to +5 if I get my second cap breakers. If I get my second +5 cap breakers, post control is where I'm going to use them. Otherwise, I'm going to use them there. My season ones, though, that I'm getting for, this season and the next, 5 seasons, presumably, is going to go on standing dunk to get that to 90. I may switch that. I may go standing dunk 90 just because I feel like that's crucial, and that would kind of help. Like, if I get my +2 beforehand, I might go standing dunk 90. That way I got 90 standing, 90 post, with the option to get that to 95. And the reason I'm doing that is Hoff, was it Hoff or Legendary? Or Legend. It might be Legend. But Legend, no, yeah. I did it for Legend post up, but, so I'll have post up poet to, Hoff. That'll get me that Hoff, so if I want to, I'll be able to +1 it. Again, like, you can +1 a lot, so that's the benefit of having one legend badge in the rebounding category, is you don't have to worry about legend box out beast. You can just run with your legend rebound chaser and use it on other stuff. So I could use it on that if I wanted to and do it. I probably won't, because I feel like 95 with off, you're going to be just post spinning the shit out of everybody anyway, or drop stepping the shit out of anybody anyway. But driving like up to 75, I feel like that's kind of min. You got to have at least like a 70, 75 to, so when you drive, like, it don't give you that weird, like, missed dunk animation just because somebody's near you, you just fucking miss the dunk. I mean, everything else is pretty rudimentary. 55 driving layup, because I tried to keep it as min as possible, because I'm either going to go for the driving dunk, standing dunk, or it's going to be a close shot. So the close shot being at 85 is going to be just for the badges. So let's see if I can find them. Alright, so yeah, Paint Prodigy up to 84. So I wanted Paint Prodigy silver, but at the same time I wanted it at 85 because I wanted it at that threshold. They tend to love their 5s for their thresholds, so that's where I put that for that one. And I mean, really, if you're using the center, you want somewhere between 80 and 85. Like, I'd probably say 85 is min, like, if you're really going to be dealing in the paint, but it's very costly. So if you wanted to, like, find a way to keep it at 80, maybe plus 5 it, like, I want, you can't be mad at that. But that'll get me all that. But these are the badges as they currently sit. Hoff Pogo with the 83. Oh yeah, let me go with that. Uh, okay, so 83 vert for the Hoff Pogo. Help me with the block, help me with the rebounds, because they give the offensive people the attention anyway. And then the 85-77. So 85 mid-range, you get, the badges. And you get that threshold, plus if you get your shooting boost, then it's, preferably like a 90 green window. 77 is what I put on here just cause I wanted it to be that 3-level score, so I wanted to make sure it was above 76. Because I feel like at 76 you don't get that 3-level, you just get like inside out. Or something weird like inside the arc. So I went with 77 just to get that. But I make threes pretty consistently. Like I'm probably around 50-60%. Like I'll have, most of my mess ups are usually on me. There's probably like one in every 4 that's like, one in every 4, one in every 5. That's probably just like, I thought I should hit that. And they just didn't. The green window just won there. Other than that, though, it's pretty consistent. Unless it's like a weird game, like it's just delayed as all hell, or like I just can't figure shit out on the timing. I don't get too many weird animations, like, oh, this is just ridiculously sped up, or this is ridiculously, like, done. But that could be my jump shot more than anything. Because I went back to the OG Anthony Davis. And really, I mean, I don't think there's nothing else to tell. I mean, this is just a build that optimizes the thresholds of each attribute. The 85 close shots where you got to be, 75 optimized, and not going to be the 90s with the +5 is going to be optimized. Post control at the 90s is actually kind of a buff, like some people don't even have it there. So at 95, that's going to be kind of broken, especially with this, like, not a lot of people's running 90 strength. So, like, you run into people that's got less than 90 strength or running at 90 strength, so you're kind of going to push them around. Because they're probably not going to have a high interior. They're probably not going to be running Intimidator. They're going to be running, like, something offensive heavy. And you're going to be able to kind of push them around. Min steal, again, like, ain't nothing I could do. Like, if I wanted to increase the steal to, like, 60, I would have had to decrease the offensive rebound in, like, 75. So. And I wasn't going to do that. Like, it's not that important. I got a 7.5 wingspan, so I'll reach it out. Also, the one thing I will say, though, I'm going to finish this up because it's been like a 15-minute build video. The 7.5 wingspan does help. Dunks, blocks, stuff like that. Like, it is noticeable my character reacting to things in a more cohesive way. So if you're at like a 7.4, 7.3 wingspan, stuff like that, and like you're like, why am I just not getting the ball? Like I'm right there. Like why am I not getting it? Or why is this happening? Like wingspan could be a factor to it, because like 7.5 wingspan, like I'm jumping up and like snatching the ball the second my hand touches the ball. Where at like 7.4, I was kind of like almost there, and then like the enemy would snatch it. Like now I'm grabbing it. And that was before I even went to 99. So, like, there is something with these wingspans. So if you're running like a 7.1, but you got short arms, like a 7-footer with like 7.5 wingspan might snatch that over you. Like often. Like I've had some 7.1s that I'm snatching it off of. And strength also matters in that a lot too. Like if you're running 95 strength, but you got like 7.3 like a 7.3 wingspan, like you might snatch them over somebody like myself who would be 90 in that, presuming my Intimidator hasn't kicked in. My Intimidator's kicked in then I essentially got anywhere from like 93 to 97 strength. But that's essentially it. Like, this is going to be the build. I'm going to show you in practice in the rec. I don't currently have any driving nunk or standing nunk, so there may be some situations where you will see me get blocked if I'm inside, and it's just one of them situations where it's like, fuck it, I have to try to make a dunk or a layup or something. But other than that, like, this is the builder, guys. And this is the jump shot. It's called RC. Because it's virtual currency. Every damn time I make these builds. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. 81 mid-range is required. You could change it and do more J-Huff or just drop the release speed C+, but it doesn't feel that way in rec. Like, it actually feels pretty